再現ウマ娘プリティダーティー
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my throat, my voice, but it is a little bit strained. Mostly because I was doing the Phoenix Wright stream on Saturday, and well, not Saturday, Friday, and it did strain my throat quite a bit. I don't have a cold or anything, but it does feel like I have a cold. My throat is kind of congested. It's very strained, but I can power through this, I think. So what has changed since last stream I've done of this? Well, first off, I did get the first S rank Uma, but also I got some more S rank Umas, and another weird revelation, I have my first S plus rank Uma right here. So I think I told the first time that the first S Uma I got was actually a Biwa. But you see right there, I have two other S ranks. I just made a TM Opera O over the weekend. I think it was yesterday. I did do a better King Halo. She's not S plus, but she is now my third sprinter. But here, Kita-san was actually the very first S plus Uma I've gotten. And I'm surprised I got this, because I felt like this should have been a low S. I think it's just because of the skill she has. Like, she has like a lot of skills here, so that might have been the issue. And her inspirations weren't that amazing either, funny enough. But yeah, like this deck I've been using right here, it has been helping. The only difference is I just changed this last card to whatever I'm doing. So if it's a front runner, a pace chaser, a late surger, or end closer, I changed this last card to whatever suits the mood. So these four cards are pretty much mainstays, and the front card can either be Kita-san if I'm not using her for Professor of Curvature, or I use Narita Top Road to get the 10 plus race bonus. And thankfully, I'm surprised I got this as a free-to-play player. This is a good goal. This is a good achievement, honestly, because I didn't think it was possible. That also means that double S rank could be possible, although it might take some work on that, because that one I believe requires a lot of sparks to get to 9 stars for your parents, and it also requires a lot of luck too. Another thing, I did upgrade my team for team trials. So wait, hold on, let me get to the whole thing here. So I made a lot of changes to some characters for some aptitudes. Long is pretty much now a really good team because Kita-san did help her getting S plus rank. New Year TM Opera O is now in here because I did get some help from the Discord that these three right here are like the best long races you can have. So Kita-san, New Year TM Opera O, and Narita Taishin. I was trying to get Narita Taishin to an S rank, but she just struggles quite a bit in the early game. She really does. She struggles quite a bit in the early game, which is disappointing because, you know, she is an end closer. She's going to get boxed pretty easily unless you have an insane amount of power. But that's just how she is. I did change my medium too. I was told that Tachyon is a good medium racer. So I did agree with her. She is A plus rank. And this is what I gave her Professor of Curvature because that was a good skill. And she wasn't flawless, obviously. You see 2 losses there, but I'm still happy with this. This A plus in power could have been an S if I just got lucky with the second summer. But still, it's a good Tachyon compared to the one I last had, so that's good. There was also I don't remember who the third medium was. I think I was told that Mayano Top Gun is a good medium. but I have not done a second run with her yet. I've only done the first one. I need to just find out the I need to find there was a person that gave me hints of what I have for a good team. I just need to see what the third medium was, because Doto is not going to be part of it. She's just there temporarily until I build this next person. So I was told that for Dirt, I'd have to use Maruzensky, Taiki Shuttle, and Haru Urara. So the Dirt team I have now does need to be changed. So I need to get rid of Oguri. I need to get rid of Condor. Apparently I was told Condor is good on Mile. So, and I also did do a little Grass Wonder, so she's in the group now, and Vodka. So Vodka and Grass Wonder are the new mainstays of my Mile. I'm gonna have to do a new run with Daiwa to get her to Dirt. Or not to Dirt, to medium, sorry, yeah. So she needs to be moved to medium. I might do a run with her on my own time. She'll be moved to medium. Doto will pretty much just be benched because she's apparently not good in time trials or even CM apparently. Dirt needs to be changed completely. Needs to be a huge overhaul with Dirt. I need to train Maruzensky and move apparently Taiki Shuttle to Dirt. Although I did make her a sprinter, but apparently she's better in Dirt than sprint. At least that's how I was told. For sprint though, I was told to put, I have to keep Bakushin in there because she's like my best sprinter right now. I did had to scrounge and claw my way to get a good King Halo. And then I was told Air Groove is a third sprinter. The thing is, my Air Groove is only 2 stars. And seeing her skill set, I don't have any sprint skills to make her a sprinter. I have no sprint sparks. So I don't know how I'm supposed to make her be a sprinter because I don't have any friends that have sprint sparks, so that's a big issue. And overall, she just doesn't seem to be good. She's only at 2 stars too. Let me just show you right now. So she's only at 2 stars. So I know stars don't really matter. It just gets the base stats a bit higher. But I would like to get her to 3 stars to make her be a sprinter. So that's one thing. But for Long is pretty much set with Kita-san, NY Opera, and Taishin. So that one's set. That's not going to be touched whatsoever. Unless I want to make a better Taishin, essentially. Medium just needs to have a better Mayano. I can do that on my own time. I need to make a better Daiwa to put her in medium. And then Condor, and then Dirt is going to be all different. I was thinking of maybe summoning for Nishino, but I kind of hate her, so I don't think it's in good faith for me to summon for her if I hate a character, because she did get recently released. I don't want to pull for her because I have a huge disdain for her. Although I did see the new support cards are actually kind of good. I just don't know if they're worth summoning for. The SS, I mean, the SR is actually pretty good because it gives 10% race bonus, which is nice if you get it maxed out. You see this one right here? Of course, I have to get the card 5 times to make this work. And the SSR card, you need more than 1 copy, obviously. So that's a big risk to take. I just don't know if they're worth pulling. I could pull for them, but maybe I want to save down the line for a costume character, or I heard there's a Halloween Doto coming out, so maybe I can save for that one. I mean, it is going to hamper me for CM and everything, but honestly, just pulling for my favorite Umas may be the best thing. But I don't know what to do. I mean, I could just save. Either saving for a month of meta cards or pulling now for general SRs. Well, that's the thing. Like, the SRs are my main goal because the deck I've been using is nearly maxed out. So this is the deck I've been using for every single run. The last cards always change to whichever style I'm in. So Pace Chaser, End Closers, that sort of thing. These 4 cards are going to be mainstays, like these right here. If I can get them maxed out, then that's fine. Like this one's almost maxed out, and Minor Vegas is almost maxed out. So those two can be, if those two are maxed out, that's a 10% race bonus, I believe, right? Yeah, 10% race bonus for both. So that puts me at 20 right off the bat. The other two, they're at, I think this one's at 6%. Yeah, 6% for that one, and this one has 8%, right? 7%. But these can go to 10% too. So if I get them all maxed out, that's 40% right there. And then the fifth card can just be like a 5% or another high rate one. And then you get the friend one, you get 10%. So right there I have 50% with just 4 max out SRs and the friend card. The fifth card just an extra bonus. But that's pretty much like that's been like the last week I've done with since the last stream. I have not done any career today. I've been having trouble just trying to make a better Taishi and stuff. I was in the middle of making Oguri because I thought she would be a good substitute, but since she's not really a dirt character, I don't think I should be training her. But I'll just do it anyway just to complete it out. I don't care how well she does or how badly she does. I just want to get this. I just want to get a run done for career to get the daily gems. That's pretty much it, really. I know I should have done it later, but it is what it is, really. I've been just doing career mode just to get S ranks, and I had to waste a lot of attempts because of bad RNG from races, or just wasting all the friend supports I have to not get S rank. So that's one thing. You Metapath or enjoy? Are you talking about like the Track Blazer? I've been enjoying Track Blazer, honestly. There are some frustrations with the mode because of just RNG being RNG, and you can lose an OP race for no reason, even though your stats are higher than it's supposed to be. But honestly, I've been sort of enjoying the Track Blazer more than I did the first time doing it. Because the first time I did it, I did not have fun with it. I thought it was a shit mode. But now I'm sort of getting used to it. But again, it's purely RNG, this whole mode. So like I said, I'm just gonna do a. I mean, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's what you meant. I guess you can say I'm sort of like in between. I don't really play meta, but I also don't want to like not play without meta. Because if it allows me to get S rank and higher, then I do need to have some meta stuff. I need to have like, you know, good cards. I have to summon on SRs to get them to 10% up and everything. So at some point I do have to rely on meta, but for now it's sort of like a I'm on the fence between meta and just for fun. Because honestly, if I were anyone else, I would just summon for any new banner and that's it. But I kind of want to have preferences on what cards to maybe get in the future. Because honestly speaking, I will pretty much just save if there's ever a costumed Biwa, another costumed Biwa happening in the future. That would be a main goal. And I don't care if she's meta or not. I'll just pull her. I'll just summon for her and that's it. I won't look back. But I do know that obviously, you know, you need to have better decks than trainees. Like trainees are just like one part of the puzzle. The biggest part is obviously the cards and the decks. That's the biggest issue, because without those, you're not gonna have a chance to get, you know, S rank or higher. I mean, even though I have somewhat of a meta deck, I still get A pluses most of the time. But that's because I get bad summers, I get no good scrolls, I get no cleats from the shop. It's a lot of factors trying to get S rank, for me anyway. But that's just how it is, really. That's just how it is. I can't control RNG. That's what's called RNG. It's random. I can win a hard race by the skin of my teeth, or I lose an easy race in horrendous fashion. That's just how it is. Nothing's set in stone. I think that's a good way to see it. Like, nothing is set in stone in this game. You can think it is, but it really isn't. Oh, Biwa does have another costume? So she has two? Besides her base one, obviously. She has the base one, a costume one, and then what's the other one? Is it a good costume? Is it meta? Or is it just there to be there? She has 3 other costumes besides her default? That's wild. That's wild if true. Because I have the Christmas one. I got that by randomly summoning on the Kita-san banner. Which is no problem with me. No problem with me, honestly. Oh, hey, what's up, Joe? I'm doing fine. My throat is hurting a little bit, so you'll have to forgive me if I sound a little bit off. If my voice sounds a little bit scratchy, it's because of that Ace Attorney stream. I did enjoy it though. I did enjoy it, even though there wasn't that big of an audience for it. I still enjoy doing the voice acting, even if it was horrible. I will continue doing it. It's just apparently it took so much out of my throat that it is like I have felt scratchiness since Friday when I finished that stream. It's not sickness or anything. It's just the fact that my vocal cords were kind of stretched out. So, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll roll over after a couple of days. That's why I'm not really. That's why I would have done another stream of Justice for All yesterday, but my throat was like actually really hurting that whole day. I didn't want to risk it, so. There's a mecha Biwa? I gotta look that up. I had to look that up. Hold on. Now you got me curious. I'll look that up while the race is happening. I'm looking this up right now. Mecha Biwa. Okay, I like the outfit. I don't like the visor though. I mean, yeah, they're technically glasses, but it's a visor, not actual glasses. If she had just worn a normal pair of glasses, I would have liked that. I would like this costume a lot more. But I'll accept the visor, honestly. I'll accept the visor. I'm just glad she doesn't take them off while she's swimming. Like in the game, like when you do like the swimming exercise, the swimming training, the stamina training, she still keeps her glasses on, which is kind of crazy because you don't really do that when you're swimming. You take them off. Migosi's good for long as pace. Oh, she's a long racer. Okay. Well, if she's meta, if she's actually like one of the best long racers, then I might actually save for her. I don't know when she'll be released though. That's the thing. I know you said that this game is like 2.5 years behind Japan, I think. So it might take, 3 years for it to come out to global. Oh yeah, I forgot how do I put it on? Yeah, I put it on pace. I don't know why I thought otherwise. I put it on pace. Yeah, I mean that's how I see it. Like I don't care if any Biwa is not meta. I just like her just because I like her design. That's pretty much it. Also because she wears glasses. That's the big issue. Or not the big. That's the big draw for me. If she didn't wear glasses, then I wouldn't like her as much as I do now. I'm being completely honest. If it weren't for the glasses, I wouldn't care twice about Biwa. which sounds strange when I say it out loud, but it's a preference. Like, there are some people who like, you know, girls with beauty marks, or what else? Oh, for fuck's sake, Seeking the Pearl. Speaking of beauty marks, this piece of shit over here just cost me the win. God, I hate Seeking the Pearl so fucking much. I sincerely fucking hate her. Again, see, that was you saw double circles the entire way. This is what I mean about this game. It's never set in stone. You can lose easy races just like that. That's the thing. That's one thing I hate about this game. Just the stupid RNG. That should have been a win, but because the game's like, nah, I just lose that. Yeah, her head is big. I mean, it's not really a big head. At least that's how I see it. It's not really a big head. But yeah, like, honestly, doing this mode has given me disdain for a lot of characters, and I wouldn't think otherwise. This mode has made me hate Seeking the Pearl for any mile race, Nishino Flower for any mile/sprint race because she comes out of fucking nowhere. Who else do I hate that just like ruins runs for me? I think it's just those two. I think it's just those two that I hate the most, which is saying something. Oh, there's not even a. No, I'm just gonna train here. Forget it. I'm training here. What, can I train? I have to rest. I'm not gonna race because there's no rival, so I'm not gonna bother with that. December 2027. Oh god. Like, who knows if I'll even keep playing the game by then? I don't even know. A lot of things can change. A lot of things can change from here to 2027. Like, we could all be dead, for all I know. I don't know. A lot of things can happen between now and 2027. Who else do I hate here besides Nishino and Seeking the Pearl? Actually, I don't really hate Aishin Flash, but she does become a nuisance for some races. Oh, no. I hate Winning Ticket. I actually don't like Winning Ticket. She's also one of those random races in Mile that just comes out of nowhere and just beats you. And yeah, if I use Winning Ticket, I'm sure I'll lose horribly. Like, that's the thing. Like, let's say I summon for Nishino Flower. After all these weeks of getting screwed over by her, if I somehow use her and she becomes shit, then that's her problem. So, oh come on, really, I lost that. Did I get third? I got third. Oh my god. I'm wasting the clock here. Okay, I'm wasting the clock. The thing is, if I restart now, I'm never gonna do the daily mission to get a career done. Well, see, look right here. See right here. I'm leading this time, despite the last one being horribly wrong. You see what I mean? See what I mean about just RNG? You see what I mean? That's the one thing I hate about this game, just the RNG bullshit. How is it the first run I lose horribly, and the next run I win? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. Why did her energy go down? Oh, because of race fatigue? No, it wasn't even race fatigue. It was some random ass event. Oh, because the train was patched, she loses mood? Really? Really? That's a stupid reason to lose mood. Wait, who are they here? Wait, oh yeah, I did say I like Doto. I was told that Doto is getting a Halloween skin sometime down the line. I don't know if she's gonna be meta, but I'll summon for her. Although I kind of do want to change my, I do want to change my board to include Doto as well. Because I have started to like Doto a bit more. I was sort of indifferent on her when I first saw her. When I first got her, I was like, oh, she's just a clumsy girl, like it's whatever. But I've come to appreciate her more than I thought I would. Also, funny enough, I actually have reached 1 month playing this game. I think it happened. Did it happen this week or last week? I don't remember. I can check my career profile to see how many days I played this game. I think I'm coming to a month now, or at least past a month. I'm just gonna check real quick. Let me check real quick to see how many days I played. So let me just get these things first, and then I'll check. Doesn't Halloween early August. Oh, okay, even better. Alright, so let me just check to see how many days I played. I have to go to the profile. Okay. Did it show me how many days I played or no? I don't think it does here, does it? Progress, I think? No. Then how do I find out how many days I played? Is the trainer card? No, that's not it. Do I just check the missions to see like, oh, you've done like this many days or whatever? Let me just see. Hold on. Let me see here. This might be it right here. Like, okay, yeah. So I did play 30 days starting yesterday. Yesterday was the 1 month, or like 30 days of playing the game. So yeah, to think, it's been a month since I started playing for the first time. It's crazy that, like, usually this here's a kind of funny / sad story. I actually was thinking of quitting this game because of my frustration with the Track Blazer mode. Because I had such a horrible stretch of runs with just trying to get Doto to S rank. And I'm thinking, why am I still playing this? Like, why am I still playing this? Like, I'm never gonna get good. I'm never gonna get S rank. Like, what's the point of playing this? I'm not having fun losing random races. And yes, the losing random races and random G2s and 3s were an issue. But after that like little instance, and where I actually got my first S rank and then S plus rank, now I'm sort of just thinking, okay, I'll just play it how it is. I'm not gonna quit it, but I am gonna just play more casually. Because if I try to rack my brain trying to play meta, trying to get everything perfect, it's just gonna make me more frustrated when it doesn't happen. So I'm thinking. So I've been now thinking, I'll just roll whatever happens. If I get good things, cool. I get good things. If I don't get it, then whatever. It's not the end of the world. There's more opportunities down the line, really. So yeah, like I guess as of this stream, or as of I think a few days ago, I've been playing this game a lot more with an open mind. Like, sure, I'll lose in random G2s and G3s, that's whatever. But as long as I get good results out of it, like as long as I get an S rank or get close to it, that's progress. Like, double S rank is whatever. If I get that, fine. It happened. It probably won't happen until I pull like really good meta cards that have really good high race bonuses. But as long as I just get S's and like maybe S pluses, I'm fine with that. I'm not expecting it every run, obviously. But if I get one in every, let's say, 10 runs, that's good enough for me, honestly. but I haven't really like followed like the lore, like all the horses and everything. So, but in terms of the games, obviously, in terms of the games, the game horses, I do have some that I hate. I already mentioned I hate Nishino and I hate Seeking the Pearl. So those two are just ones I just flat out hate. And I like Biwa. That's one thing out of it. I like Doto. I don't have a third favorite. Honestly, just those two will probably be sufficient enough. I don't need to have like a whole like 10 like list of 10 favorites or whatever. Just having one or two is fine enough, I guess. This is a horrible day. I'll just do Wit, I guess. Oh yeah. Speaking of the shop, I actually had a run where I didn't get a single Master Cleat, like not even one. I think it was actually with King Halo, like the first King Halo before the S rank one. I got no golden cleats. I only had just 2 artisan hammers the entire run. Not even the finale. The finale didn't give me any hammers whatsoever. I had to do the whole run with just 2 artisan hammers, and that was horrible. That was actually one of the worst runs I've had in any single Uma. And the next one after that with Halo, it got a lot better. I got way more cleats. I had like 5 before the final year even ended. So that's what I mean. That's also RNG. The shop is also RNG. Just screenshot it. Well, I mean, it was a failed run anyway, because the run after that was just the one that got me S rank. So I mean, I'm not making that up. I that legitimately happened. It was probably the worst actual thing I've seen, and I hope that never happens again. But who knows, really? Oh, see, like right here, already an artisan hammer. See, and double scrolls, or triple scrolls, wasn't it? Was that triple scrolls? Yeah, triple scrolls, like two staminas. Oh no, in the manual it's fine, but still, like that's 30 stamina right there. I don't need more stamina, but that kind of helps. Gosh, on a funny cue. Oh yeah, like that's what I was saying earlier. If I get bad luck, then it's fine. I'm not gonna just say like fuck this game or whatever. It is what it is. It is RNG heavy. That much can't be understated. But I've dealt with RNG games before. I had to deal with Dragon Ball Legends of all fucking games for RNG. And that game is just literally RNG. You guess one thing right, you win the whole game. You guess one thing wrong, you lose the whole game. So like at least here I can treat it as Fire Emblem. Alright? I can treat it as Fire Emblem. And I played Fire Emblem games. I know all about RNG in that game. I've seen occasions where the enemy has 1% critical hit chance, and they get that, and I lose. So, and the opposite, I've seen characters have like a 90% chance of critting, and the crit doesn't happen. So, I mean, Dragon Ball Legends is a mess right now. I'm being serious. Dragon Ball Legends is a huge mess, and it's a really big issue. The thing right now is just all Saiyans. That's all the meta is right now. It's all Saiyans. They just released a Legends Bardock, a Legend Rarity Bardock, and he's on Saiyan, and the best team in the whole game is Saiyan, because guess what? They still don't have an answer to kill Namek Goku. That's the thing. That's the biggest thing. Everything can be forgiven if there was something to counter Namek Goku, because his KO guard is the biggest thing that separates his his tag from the rest of the whole game. And also Gohan, yeah, Gohan still exists, but it's almost a year after Namek Goku's been released, and he's still in every single meta team. So that tells you right there that there needs to be a pure counter for his KO guard. If there's none of that, he'll always reign free. He'll always have reign over everything. Gohan is just like a secondary thing. I mean, they've tried, but it doesn't matter. Like if you can't nullify KO guard, what's the point? And yeah, there's meme options, like you can use the Cybermen, like from Nappa. Like Nappa Cyberman summon can nullify KO guard, but why would you use that? Why would you use anything with Nappa? I mean, right now he's in boost, so that's one thing. He is in boost right now, but that doesn't do anything. Once he's off boost, it's not gonna do shit. So it's like, what's the point? Like, I get it. Saiyans are meant to be big money makers for the game. I get it. But there comes a point where it's too much. Like, you had some good ideas with Legend Piccolo and Ultra Buhan, and heck, even Ultra Trunks. You had good ideas, but they didn't really solve the underlying issue that is the Saiyan tag and KO guard. Because without those, or even nullifying revival, if you make a character that doesn't have either one of those things, what are they gonna do really? Because it's not gonna stop the main issue or main issues. It's gonna keep persisting until you fix it. But that's the thing. The devs don't care. The devs really don't care about their game. They just release units that are considered hype, that are considered moneymakers, and that's it. They couldn't care less about balance issues. Because trust me, if they did, then units wouldn't die in less than a month. It makes summoning for any new character pointless because, you know, if they don't stop the new units or they're just there to be there, what's their main issue? What's their main draw in summoning them? Like everyone will summon a Goku. Everyone will summon a Gohan. Everyone will summon for Vegeta. Who summons for Ultra Buu? Who summons for Zamasu? Who summons for Trunks? I mean, I guess Trunks does have a reason for it, but you know, who summons for those characters? It's always either Goku, Gohan, Vegeta in some cases, Gogeta, or Vegito. And speaking of Vegito, Legend Vegito is still an issue. Even though he is sort of tapered off, he is still an issue just because of his raw power. And again, the biggest issue is just Gohan. That unit should not be alive after 4 months. Usually any new Legends unit should be dead within 4 months because once they're off boost, that's it. But Gohan will always live because he has revival. He still has insane firepower, and he'll always be saved because of Namek Goku and his KO guard. So those two are pretty much the main flaw. Like every team can just revolve around those two. Like it doesn't matter what the third unit is. That's why Leader Slot exists. But you just put Revival Gohan, Ultra Namek Goku, and then whatever third unit gets released, and that's it. That's every single team you fight. And honestly, I've never been so glad to be away from that game because playing that game as a girls main was it was a nightmare. It seriously was. Every single match had to be done with like a galaxy brain. Every single move I do, every single battle had to have like the most galaxy brain plays. And to this day, they don't care about buffing that tag. That tag is just a foregone conclusion at this point. They're not going to make any more units for them. At least I don't think. But yet, Goku and Gohan will get many units a month or like a 5-month span. And honestly, if they ever make a Legends girl unit, it's too late. I'm not gonna come back to that game. I have legit no reason to go back to Dragon Ball Legends. I just don't see the I mean, sure, the IP it's gonna live long. It's gonna live for like 10 plus years because of the IP itself. And then of course they announced that there's a new remake of the Beerus movie, the Battle of Gods, and they're making an extension to Dragon Ball Super with the Moro arc and all that shit. So that game is not gonna die anytime soon, because they're gonna have so much fodder for any new units after the new Dragon Ball Super gets released and the Beerus movie. But it is what it is, really. It is what it is. Oh, I have not spent any money on Human Musume yet. I don't plan on spending money on this game. I don't see the reason why you would spend money on a game to begin with. I mean, sure, if you're a content creator that wants to showcase everything, if you're someone whose, YouTube channel revolves around a certain game and showing all the good stuff, then sure, spend money. That's fine. That's your own business. But for someone like me who is playing casually, and even though I do have a slight lenience towards meta, I'm not really someone who spends money on any mobile game, because it's the thing. Mobile games can come and go at any moment. There have been many games that were released in the past couple of years that die within a year because of just overpriced things, bad rates, and just a lot of factors. No game is guaranteed to live forever. That's the thing. I mean, if that was the case, then by all means spend money on it. Like, look at Puzzle and Dragons. That game has been alive for 10 plus years. I think it's on 11 years right now, right? Or 12 or whatever. But that game has a lot of collaborations with other anime or other games. They've done collaboration with Persona. They've done it with they did it with Spy X Family of all things. Believe it or not, they did it with Spy X Families. And what else did they do? Oh, Freerun. They did a collab with Freerun. That's a thing. And they've done it with Bleach. They've done it with what else did they do besides Bleach? Like, that game isn't just a I mean, they do have like some sort of seasonal waifu, like seasonal female character costume stuff. But the game's not just that either. The game is pretty much just whatever collab they have access to, and that's it. Although funny enough, Gung-Ho did make another game, and I wish this game actually survived longer than it should have. They made a game called Divine Gate. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But it was a really fun game, and it's a shame that game died in, I think, less than 2 years, because the concept was really cool. The character designs were amazing, and the gameplay was actually not that hard to get into. But that game died in less than 2 years. For global, anyway. For Japan, it lasted a bit longer. What the hell happened there? What happened to this one? She lost guts because of a cat? She did. She lost guts because of petting a cat. Okay, Ogre. Whatever you say. Oh, you know the anime. Well, I mean, that's the thing. The anime came from the mobile game. The mobile game came out first, and then the game came after. But, I mean, the game came after, and then the anime came after that. But I love Divine Gate. It was a really cool design. It had really cool designs. I think the pity was actually reasonable. And even if you don't get the new units, they're not like some of them were game breaking. But not game breaking, but some of them were good to use. And I summoned for that. I summoned for like most of the new units because I did like the game. I liked the way they made things they made things cool, but that's just me really. All right, Hannah. All right, yeah. Take care. Hopefully things go well in your job. Don't get too stressed. Trust me, I know about job stress. It's a real thing. The funny thing is, I actually have been doing some more runs of Pokemon in the background. I'm gonna be releasing the next video this week. I do have the voiceover done, and I haven't started editing, but I do have the voiceover done, so that's like the biggest thing done. The editing should take a short time because it actually isn't gonna be a long video, believe it or not. It's gonna be a pretty short one, mostly because the run I did just last week was extremely easy, and so it's gonna be I think 15 minutes tops. But once you see the Pokemon that gets released for that video, you'll see why it was sort of short, but. So I will say this as a little inside scoop or whatever you want to call it, but I do have a way to actually record Generation 8 and 9, because I initially thought this, like the series I'm doing, would only last to Generation 7, like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, but now I found ways to actually do Gen 8 and Gen 9. I did mess around with the randomizer for Gen 8, so that one is a guarantee to be a video in the future. I have not seen the randomizer work for Gen 9. I might do that this week to see if it works. If it does work, then I can guarantee in saying that the series will continue for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. But for now, like, I can guarantee Gen 8, like Sword and Shield, for the series I'm doing, is a go. For Scarlet and Violet, it's still up in the air until I figure out the randomizer working for that game. But even then, I've been enjoying doing this series. It's a really, I mean, it's not a time waster, obviously. It is something I was doing on my own time to see if it actually works. But the fact that people have been watching the videos is kind of cool, in all honesty. So it does make me happy that it's gotten a good audience. Like, hell, the Gardevoir video I released a few days ago has gotten more than 1,000 views. The weird thing about that one is the first 2 days were literally it was at only like less than 100 views, and then all of a sudden it just spiked. It went from 100 views to 900 within a day, and then the day after it went from 900 to 1.5 thousand. So I don't know what changed or what caused the increase. It could have been the thumbnail. I don't know. I didn't think the thumbnail was too risque or anything, but the fact that this series has gotten a lot of, like, it's exceeded my expectations a lot. I'll say that much. It's exceeded my expectations a lot. So I'm just thankful for anyone who's watched it or watched any video of the series, whether it's like the first video or the last one. It means a lot that it's getting a lot of support. And I guess by proxy, like, these Uma Musume streams have also been pretty enjoyable. The fact that people have been watching and commenting and such. Like, even if you're just lurking just to see like how the run works or whatever, you just see like the runs without commentary, that's totally fine, honestly. Because again, I didn't think I would like this game. I mean, there are some issues. I will say there are just some frustrations, especially with RNG being RNG. But That's what RNG is, really. I mean, you can consider me like a semi-casual and a semi-meta player. Like I'm half and half. Like I'm trying to do meta because I want to get S ranks and higher, but also I'm not really summoning for like the meta cards or the meta characters or whatever. I just summon on what I see fit. I think that's like a good mindset, honestly. Because trust me, if I were spending money, then yes, I would summon on every single banner. I would summon every single trainee, every single new card, and maybe have max LB by like $1,000 or something. But I just don't think it'd be worth it to spend money. And again, I'm not knocking anyone that does that. I'm just sort of wondering, you know, if you're spending money, that means if you're spending money on any mobile game, that means you have to have like a good job that gives you sufficient money to be able to spend. Okay, if you're spending money and you're getting bankrupt pretty easily, then that's an issue right there. Like hell, like that recent Final Fantasy game that was released. The one, I forgot what it's called again, but the one that's like the urban setting of Final Fantasy where everyone's dressed differently and stuff. You know, I've seen people spend a lot of money on that game, and that game's only a month old, I think. Yeah, I think it's a month old at this point. But even then, like, you know, there are people who spend money when the game gets launched, but you're also putting at risk to see whether or not that game will survive that long. What was that game called again? I forgot. I don't find out what the game called. It's a recent Final Fantasy game that has like urban, the characters dressed in urban costumes and such. What is it called again? Was it Mobius? What was it called? Damn it! What the hell? Not Ever Crisis. Oh my god! What was that game called? What was that game called? Fuck. I'm looking this up. Hold on. I'm looking this up. I'm looking this game up to see what it's called because I'm blanking on the name. It was just released a few months ago, or a few weeks ago. Oh, the City of Duellum Final Fantasy. That's what it's called. So that game was released back in March 23rd. That's only been 3 weeks from now. But I've seen people say they spend a lot of money on that game, and the pricing of that game is ridiculous for the packages they do. But then again, it's Square Enix. Square Enix has like a really scummy way with mobile games. That's why most of their mobile games die out within like a few months because they have outrageous pricing. They're mostly anime games that fall victim to that, but the thing with the recent Final Fantasy game, there was no need to shut down Opera Omnia. Opera Omnia was a good game with regardless of, you know, spending money on it, because there are ways to get characters for free if you just spend enough, and there was a decent pity system. So I'm just not sure why they shut that game down and decided to make a new like Opera Omnia with different characters. It doesn't make any sense. I lost that somehow. How did I lose this for some reason? Fuck you, man, need more wit. Shut up, Tazuna. Oh yeah, like I heard people didn't like War of the Visions. I heard people were glad that game got deleted, or that got discontinued. I mean, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with that. I never played that game. I did hear it did get released in global, but that shut down pretty easily. It was still alive in Japan. But who knows, really? You know, speaking of Final Fantasy, oh, I mean, this is a different game altogether, but when will they announce a new Tales game? Because it's been a long time since Arise got released, and they've released a lot of remasters. Like they released Tales of Xillia remaster, and they also released Tales of Berseria remastered. But has there been any news about a new Tales of game for like the new system for, you know, like a new entry to the series at all? Or did it just announce that it's happening but haven't done anything about it? Because honestly, I do want to play Tales of Arise. I do want to play Tales of Arise because I've been wanting to play that since I got it years ago on Steam. But since I had a laptop back then, I knew it wouldn't run super well. But now that I have a better desktop, I'm sure it'll run a lot better, and you know, I'll enjoy it. Oh, they announced support for Switch 2 for Arise? So that's all they announced. There's no update on the new Tales game or whatever. Just a port. That's the problem right now. They're just putting ports for like previous games. They're not making new ones. I mean, sure, people will buy them, but I want to see a new entry at this point. Also, the last new game I played was Berseria. I haven't played Arise, even though I bought it. But I heard Arise is good. I heard it's actually not a bad game. But you know, I was kind of burned out after Zestiria. Zestiria was a bad game. I don't get how people like that game. Zestiria was just bad all around. I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't like the main character, Sorey. I feel like he's probably like one of the weakest Tales protagonists. The only redeemable game, the only redeemable thing about Zestiria was Edna. That's it. Edna was the only good thing about Zestiria. Everything else was just blah. I know a lot of people's big issue was removing Alicia because she was meant to be a focal character, but they wrote her out of the main story so quickly. And it was bad enough she got her own DLC story after that whole backlash. And then decided to shoehorn this random character Rose, who somehow got the powers of amortization for no reason. And like what was the point of advertising Alicia if she only was in the game for a couple of hours? Why goad everyone into thinking Alicia would play a role when she clearly didn't do anything? Like, even on her DLC, I don't think she got a good role. I don't think. I mean, I didn't play her DLC, but well, yeah, that's the anime. That's the thing. That's the anime. Why didn't they do that when the game was first released? Why go through those mental gymnastics to try to fix your mistakes when they could have easily been done on the main game? There didn't have to be an anime that helped Alicia's character. There didn't have to be a DLC story for Alicia to, you know, for popular demand. There didn't have to be any of that. They could have done all that on the main game, and I would have been fine with it. And even disregarding the Alicia stuff, the combat in the game was awful too. I did not like the combat in Zestiria. And trust me, I played other Tales games back then. Like the previous game before that was Xillia 2, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Xillia 2. Xillia 2 had a good combat system. I actually liked the whole thing about Luger and his multiple weapons. And the link system in Xillia was also well done. What was there in Zestiria? Armorization? That's it? That's all it was. Just our mentalize, whatever the phrase is called. That was it. I didn't find that fun. I mean, you had to use it for some battles, but it was just a form change. That's it. The whole thing about upgrading your weapons too to plus 10 or whatever, that was also annoying. Same with armor. I just didn't like Zestiria. It's honestly one of my most hated Tales games of all time. And that's saying something. Like I've played a lot of Tales games. I'm no stranger to them. I played Symphonia. I played Abyss. I played Vesperia. I played both Zillias. I played Zestiria. I played Berseria. And there are some Tales games I have not played. Like I haven't played what was it? Believe it or not, I have not played the original Fantasia. I have a copy of it on Super Famicom. I have a copy of Fantasia. I have a copy of Legendia. I actually have the freaking strategy guide for Legendia. I bought that a couple months ago because it was on sale at some shop I was at. You know, I'm sure those would be more enjoyable than playing Zestiria. But I still want to play Arise though. I want to see how good that game is. I mean, I played a demo of it back when it was announced, like years ago. I did like the demo. But right now, I'm just holding out for a new Tales game. Like whenever it gets announced, I will pre-order whatever collector edition it is and just get it day one. Like I'm being serious. Like when they announce a new Tales game, and once they say like collector's editions or whatever are in pre-order right now, I will pre-order whatever collector edition is for that new Tales game, and then that's it. Because believe it or not, I have done pre-orders for other Tales games in the past. I pre-ordered Zestiria, like because I thought it was gonna be good. And the collector edition did come with cool stuff. Like they came with some pins. It came with like a cool box. That was like the design of Soray's journal. I still have the box, by the way. And I also pre-ordered Berseria. I got a couple of those Nendo droids. I got some of those Nendo droids from. I still have them too. I still have the Nendo droids in my room. I still have them. Like there's actually one right by my desk right now for a Laphicet, Laphicet, and Velvet. And I also have the one from Zestiria of Edna. I can take a photo of those and put them on my Discord just to show you that I still have them. Oh yeah, Luminaria. I like that game. It's a shame that game died out so quickly too, because I actually liked the whole episodic thing they had. It was a really cool concept. It's just a shame that it died so quickly. And I think the pity in that game was actually kind of nice. It wasn't a terrible pity system, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it's a shame that game died out so quickly. There was a character I really liked too. I forgot her name, but I'm trying to remember her design. I don't know her name, but I liked her design. I'm trying to imagine what she looked like. I think she was a dark-skinned character. She was a dark-skinned girl. I think she had a beret or something. Like she had like a hat. But she was a dark-skinned girl. I just forgot her name. I'm blanking on her name. But she was one of the characters I liked. I have to look it up. I have to look up in the future. I think it started with a C or an F. Like it started with a C or an F. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up. Oh man, I'm blanking on the name so much, man. Yelsey? I don't know, let me look that name up. If that's what I'm thinking of, then that might be. I'm looking it up. Hold on. Let me look it up right now. What's this one? Oh yeah. This one was it. Yeah, Yelsey. Yeah, I liked her design. I did like her design. I liked her combat too. But yeah, it's a shame that game survived so shortly. It should have been longer, but that's the fate of most Tales games, really. Because there was another Tales game that was released to global too. It was called Tales of Link, and that game it lasted for I think 2 years or 3 years in Japan, but it died out in a year and a half in global, and I'm not sure why. It was a really good game. It was a very fair game too. It had a great pity system. The rates were much higher than they actually were in global, believe it or not. And I don't see how that game failed. And they even had like their own original storyline in that. I think the main character was named Sarah. Yes, Sarah. And she was trying to save her brother, who was like became this evil person and corrupted. And she did eventually save him, but and after the main story ended, it was just like its own thing. And they had costume characters too. They had, if I remember correctly, they had Pajama Leia. Believe it or not, they had like Leia from Zillia. They had a pajama version of her. They had they actually had anniversary. They actually had anniversary skins too. They had anniversary Velvet. They had they had some good Beach characters. Like, I remember. I think Beach Judith was actually meta at some point. She was a character you need to have on your team, or else you can't win, because she can delay turns. She was a good orb changer or a panel changer. Yeah, I love that game so much. It's a shame that game dies out so quickly. And then they also had another mobile game. They had two others, funny enough. Well, one of them was a Japan exclusive. It was called Tales of Asteria, and that game was a little bit more simple in terms of gameplay. But that one did have a lot of costume characters too, and it did last in Japan for quite a long time. And it's a shame that game died. It was only in Japan, and it died in Japan. But I did play it because I did remember I had a way to play Japanese games on my iPhone, and that game was enjoyable. And there was also one last game before Luminaria. It was called Tales of Crestoria, and that game unfortunately did have a PvP element. And I'm not ashamed to say that I actually did play that game in a meta sense, because there was some characters, there was a team that was considered indestructible, that like the PvP system in that game, there was a time limit. So every match had an actual time limit you had to beat the enemy team by, or else you lose. And the meta was actually really, it was kind of crazy, because Estelle was actually the best tank in the game, and she could heal a huge amount of health to all your allies while also keeping herself alive. If you didn't have Estelle, then you pretty much lost the match, because if you could not kill her, here's the thing. If you didn't have her, your only hope was to kill Estelle as fast as you could. If you can't kill Estelle quick enough, you lose because she will heal every single bit of damage you take. Every single damage you take on her and her team. And even then, there was also other characters that complemented her too. There was Valentine Sharia. So Valentine Sharia was also a really dangerous healer. Her main goal was just to heal. If you couldn't kill her, then you pretty much lost because her pair with Estelle made it so that every match will always go to timer because they were really defensive characters, and having double healing was just crazy. And another main character you had to get was actually this new character that they made for that game called Machina. Machina was absolutely an offensive powerhouse. She was someone who could destroy enemy teams, even tanky characters like Estelle and Sharia and Valentine Sharia. If you didn't have Machina, you were not able to win any single match with timer. And yes, I did play that game meta. I didn't summon for Estelle. I mean, I had Estelle, but I had a different team. I had a team that was pretty much Valentine Sharia, Machina, made Kohaku. Yeah, but believe it or not, Kohaku from Tales of Hearts. She had a maid variant, and her maid variant was actually really good in stopping Estelle. Because what one of her arts did was if you hit Estelle, because Estelle actually had evasion built in, so if you missed your attack, you're pretty much screwed too. That's what made Estelle so good. But Maid Kohaku had an attack, and I think it was Divine. Yeah, it was Divine Saber, and if it hit, it lowered the enemy's defense by 50% or something like that. So she was the perfect counter for Estelle and even Valentine Sharia. And I actually made it so that I summoned on her banner to max her out, which I actually did. And I actually placed really high in PvP because of that. It was one of the few mobile games I actually played meta. I didn't like it, but it was the only way to get like a lot of the summon currency. I didn't spend money either. I just saved the character. I just saved for who I wanted, and that was it. That was pretty much the whole thing for me. And then unfortunately the game died in I think a year or a year and a half in global. And they didn't finish the story either, because they also had a good storyline too. Like the whole shtick about Crestoria was that the main character, I forgot his name honestly, but he was branded as a heretic because of a crest that he had, and if you had that crest, you pretty much were considered, I think it's called a sinner, or like something sin. And he meets other characters that had to deal with it too. One of the characters was actually called Yuna, and her thing was that she's dressed in Japanese clothes, like in Japanese clothes, but she her sin mark was actually on her tongue. I think the story behind that was that she's a habitual liar or something like that. So it makes sense like her sin mark was on her tongue. And there was also I forgot the other characters though. I only remember Yuna because I did like Yuna. But yeah, it's a shame that game sort of died out too. Like Tales mobile games have not had a good track record. And it's a shame. It's a shame too, because it has they had chances. Like neither of the games were horrible. They were good in their own right. It's just that Bandai Namco didn't really support it that much. I guess that's why they stopped doing them, because they know they're not going to do well. So like, all right, forget it. We're not doing any more. We're just going to make main games and that's it. or do ports. That's their thing now. They either do ports of old Tales games for newer systems, or they just make new games for Tales. That's it. But oh well. And these are just random combos I have when it comes to playing Uma Musume, because I would keep talking about Uma Musume, but there's nothing really to talk about. So I gotta break the silence with some random stuff like Tails. Alright, here's another dumb conversation. Has there been any news or notifications for the next Persona series, the Persona entry? Because I've heard they're teasing a Persona 6, but I think their focus now is the remake of Persona 4. You know, because Persona 3 got one in Reload, and they also released a trailer for Persona 4 whatever it's called. Has there been any news on either Persona 6 or that remake of Persona 4, which I won't get? I'm actually not going to get that remake of Persona 4. I've already been in that game multiple times. I see no reason to play it again. I'm being serious. I see no reason to play, you know, this Persona 4 remake for no, like, I see no point in playing it. Oh, that wouldn't surprise me. That would not surprise me, because if they're doing the same thing like they did Persona 3 Reload, where they made the Answer be DLC when it's supposed to be free, then it would not surprise me one bit with Atlas, because that would be a stupid decision. Oh, fuck you, dumb soup. What's her name again? Fuji Kisi. She's like a slut, honestly. She's showing so much of her chest for no reason. But anyway, yeah, like if they make the Golden Stuff DLC, that's extremely scummy. Because there was already backlash in Persona 3 Reload for not having the FES stuff. I'm not sure why they didn't include it in the base game. They could have. They could have taken another year or two off to just include the FES stuff, but they didn't. They made it be DLC, and even then, that got backlash too. If I remember correctly, it got backlash too. But I assure you, if they release this Persona 4 remake and make the Golden Stuff be DLC, I hope no one buys the game. I'm being completely serious right now. Because if people let that slide, because after what they did with Persona 3's DLC, I don't see any reason why they should support Atlas anymore. I don't see it. It's just extremely scummy at that point. So if they're gonna release that Persona 4 remake, they better take as many years as they can to make it good. Because if they do the same thing they did with Persona 3 Reload, then there's going to be a lot of issues with that. Fans will not take that lightly. That's all I'm saying. And as for Persona 6, if there is no female protagonist in that game, I'm not buying it. I'm actually being serious right now. If Persona 6 does not have a female protagonist, then I'm not buying it. I don't care if it's the best game ever. I'm kind of done with Persona not having female protagonists anymore. Because they tried it with Persona 3 Reload. I mean, I'm sure they tried it with Persona 3 Portable, and the female protagonist became a fan favorite. Everyone liked her personality, the fact that she's the polar opposite of the male protagonist, and of course, she quote unquote saves Shinjiro from his death in the actual game. Oh, hey, Variant. Yeah, the deck has been helping. I actually got in a few S rank. Don't beat me, Vodka. Don't beat you, fucking piece of shit. Fuck off, Vodka. I wish you could just you know, elbow freaking racers in the face. I wish you could do that. Like if they're next to you, just fucking bump them in the face. Just like get the fuck off me and just let them lose. Although they might get arrested for doing that, but that would be a little fun, like funny thing. I mean, you're already throwing elbows when you're running, so you can say, "Oh, it's an accident that my elbow hit your face, and you didn't see it coming." I would like that. That's what guts is for. Well, I mean, like actually hitting them in the face and knocking them out, not just like using guts. I mean, like my gut stats is pretty high right now. Like, what's my gut stat right now? Yeah, it's 445. That's actually not that bad. So I don't get how I still lost that head to head with Vodka. I should have won that. Wait, there was a one Persona 5 that had full voice acting and for a female protagonist? Let me guess. Did Atlas take that down? Was there a cease and desist from Atlas saying, no, you can't do that? If so, that's bullshit. Like, I actually want to hear the reason for that. Did they stop doing it because of Atlas saying they couldn't do it? Or if it was a personal thing where the modder just didn't have time to do it, then I can understand that. But if Atlas stepped in at some point, that's kind of scummy. Oh, it's still up? Oh, shit. Well, I don't have Persona 5 on Steam. I don't even have Royal. I didn't buy Royal. Like, okay, fine. Now you got me talking about Royal. Fuck. Now you got me talking about Royal. Because Royal, oh my god. When I first saw the trailer of that, my first impression was happiness. Because it showed a female character, and in my mind, I thought she would be a female alternate option, like what they did with Persona Portable. I was going to be on board with that. I was going to be like, cool. I'm glad Alice is doing this sort of thing where they make an actual female protagonist, like a what if scenario. That would have been awesome. Because who wouldn't want to romance Ryuji or Yusuke or who was the other? Wait, there was only two guys in the whole group, wasn't there? Yeah, it was just Yusuke, the Joker. Not Morgana. I'm not counting Morgana because Morgana's a shadow in a way. Yeah, it was just Yusuke and Ryuji, and then the other support characters were just social link stuff. But yeah, like when I first saw the trailer for Persona 5 Royal, when they showed that female character looking at the TV screen or the giant billboard, I was like thinking, all right, cool. They're making a female protagonist. It's been so long. It'd be so cool to see how this will work out. And then I find out that not only is it not a female protagonist, it's another person for Joker's harem, and she's a playable character who's apparently, her big thing is that she's the twin sister of another character. The other twin sister dies, and this new character, Kasumi, or her real name is Sumire, she takes over her place and lives, you know, her twin sister's life as like a way to cope. That's her whole shtick. That's it. At that point, it just sort of just killed momentum for me. At that point, I'm like, I don't give a shit about her. I just like move on with this shit. So yeah, it was really disappointing to not hear that she was not a female protagonist. There was a lot of potential. They could have rewritten the whole thing with Kamoshida so much differently if they made a female protagonist. I mean, yeah, it'd be creepy, but it would fit the way, you know, Kamoshida is. He literally made advances on and any female student there. It would have been cool to have like a weird sub-story where the female protagonist gets caught in this act and she gets blackmailed by Kamoshida into doing, you know, anything he does. And fun enough, I actually came up with like a dumb scenario in my head because I was so pissed off at the fact that Royal was a piece of shit. I had like a weird like what if scenario that instead of fighting this random shadow to save On, the female protagonist would fight her own shadow self as like a mini boss where she fights it one-on-one, and it'd be like a cool different scenario. But yeah, like I'm never gonna play Royal just because of the fact they didn't have the female protagonist or a female protagonist. But yeah, I just want to vent about Royal because you got me talking about Royal at that point, Dro. So I'm not blaming you for that. But hey, if that mod ever gets released for that female protagonist for Persona 5 Royal, I might consider downloading it and not only playing the mod, you know, when it's complete, I'll also stream it. I actually want to see what the difference between Royal and the base game is. I know Royal added more stuff. They added new scenarios and such. But I didn't care. I did not care less about that when it was first released. But if that mod actually gets completed, then I can absolutely play it. Does it have a Game Banana page by any chance? Because if so, I'll just bookmark it and just keep it on my back mind. And whenever Persona 5 Royal goes on sale on Steam, I'll just buy it there and just wait for it. Oh yeah, Persona 3 is awesome. I can't get tired of Persona 3. It had a really cool storyline. It was very dark for a Persona game, I will say. And of course, FES just makes that a lot more worse because you do have a protagonist that actually dies and never comes back. He becomes this door that stops Nyx and all the other evils in the world. And I know FES was hated, or the answer was hated because of Yukari. But you have to understand that she did have feelings for the protagonist. So you can't really blame her for. I mean, I've seen people say like, "Oh, she needs to die because of the answer, like what she did in the answer and all that." But you have to understand that it was kind of traumatic for Yukari. So you can't really blame her for acting like the way she did. But then she realizes, "Oh wait, no, we can't bring him back because yeah, he's called Dorkun. That's his nickname, Dorkun." But yeah, you have to understand, like that was a way of coping with the fact that he was gone, that he'll never come back. Because if the seal were to be broken, then he'll never come back. He has to be the seal. He's the one that is able to stop all the evil from coming back again. So I don't see how you can blame Yukari for that. Because imagine if you were in her position, like. If you had experienced what Yukari had to experience the entire game, what would your reaction be? You would maybe do the same thing. I mean, God forbid, like if you had to deal with that, you might even consider suicide, which would be horrible, obviously. But you know, Yukari had her own way of coping. She did power through it, thank goodness, because if she did, you know. If she did commit suicide, that'd just be the easy way out, and that wouldn't solve anything. And then people will bitch at her like, "Oh, why'd you kill yourself? You have an easy out, you loser!" Like you know, fuck off, right? I mean, the one thing I did hate about the answer was fighting the other members of C's. That was the one thing I did hate. It didn't have to happen. It didn't need to be included. But that was the only thing I hate about the answer. Just the fact that you fight everyone for no reason in that arena. And everyone has Megidola on no matter what. Like everyone has it when they can never normally learn it. That was just like a random like fuck you right there. Like everyone has Megiddo on, even Junpei, even Koromaru has it. But still, the thing is, I like Persona 3 and FES. I did not like Reload. I did play Reload. I gave it a chance. I just didn't like it. They made the game way too easy, and I did buy it. I did buy it on launch day, and I did see that they actually made a mod for the female protagonist from Portable to be included. The last time I played it, though, it wasn't complete. I don't know if they completed it as of today, but if they did, I could just play it on my own time to see how it is and everything. That was another thing people were complaining about too at Reload. The fact that both the fact that FES was not included in the like both the answer was not included in the main game, and also there's no option for the female protagonist. It would have been cool if they had like two birds in one stone with that, but they decided, nah, just leave it as the base game, make it easier with the stupid what was it called again? The Urgi? The Urgi? I don't know what it was called. But it was like this new like mode that it's like a second attacking form, whatever. That made the game too like so much easier. And yeah, I stopped playing after I think the second shot, like once I got Fuka. Like, and the thing is, they changed all the voice actors too. That was another thing I hated. Like every single character had their voice actor changed except Elizabeth. Elizabeth kept Tara Platt as her voice. Everyone else was changed. Like, and here's the thing: they're not bad voice actors by any means. I don't mind Allegra Clark. I don't mind Alex Lee, but I heard that they try to contact the original voice actors, and no, I think I read they didn't contact the original voice actors, and they just went on with new ones. And I think I read that they also would have jumped on the opportunity if they were contacted by Atlas, but I don't think they ever were. And then of course there was that issue with Junpei's voice actor Vic Monyaga and his legal issues. So he was like they could have just recast Junpei and that's it. They could have brought back Yuri Lowenthal. They could have brought back Liam O'Brien. Like here, Akihiko's voice in the Reload did not fit him whatsoever. I don't see how they thought that new voice would stick for Akihiko. It was way too different. It was like the first time I heard his voice, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Like, who is this Akihiko? What did he do with the real one?" Like Mitsuru was fine. Mitsuru almost sounded exactly like Tara Platt, so I'll give credit to Allegra Clark with that. But Akihiko sounded off. How did Yukari's new voice was kind of okay. I didn't mind her voice. Junpei was kind of hit or miss, honestly. Like, no offense to Zeno Robinson, but I didn't really see him as Junpei. It didn't sound like Junpei to me. And I mean, Fuka was a big improvement. I will say that. Fuka's new voice was a big improvement over the new one, or the old one. Well, the old ones, because she did have two voice actresses before Reloads. Yeah, Fuka's original voice actor was Paula Tiso, and she was actually the voice of Lulu in Final Fantasy X. But she didn't really fit the bill for Fuka. And then once the Arena games happened, Persona 4 Arena, and when Fuka was brought back, she was then voiced by Wendy Lee, and Wendy Lee became the voice of Fuka for up until the Persona dancing games. And then they changed her voice to, I don't even know who was Fuka's voice actress in Reload. I don't remember actually. But she sounded okay. Yeah, she sounded okay. Nothing too amazing, but she sounded okay. Oh, my throat's kind of hurting right now. I'm sort of feeling the sting from Friday's stream. Maybe I should make some tea to calm it down. But yeah, I don't know how the new Ken sound. I don't know how the new Shinjiro sounds. I just stopped, I think, after I saw after Fuka was obtained because I got so bored of the game. That's the thing. I got bored of Reload. Because not only was it too easy, but it just didn't really click with me. That's the thing. It didn't click with me. And that was pretty much it with that. But yeah, like I'm still waiting for any announcement for Persona 6. I'm just hoping that Persona 6 has a female protagonist option. That's gonna be my selling point. If it doesn't have that, then I'm not gonna buy it. I'll stand by that too. I'll stand by that statement. You might think I'm bullshitting, but I'm actually not gonna get Persona 6 if it has no female protagonist option. You can quote me on that. You can keep this as a clip or whatever, but you won't see me buying Persona 6 if it doesn't have that option. Alright, do I want to risk using an artisan hammer? Because I've gotten no hammers since these other two hammers. I've gotten no more Master Clee hammers. I've only gotten one the entire freaking career. So either I risk using an artisan now and maybe getting 2 masters for the finale, or just save these 3 because this is all I get. I think I have to save. I have to save this hammer. You see, this is what I mean about the shop. I've gotten like very little hammers. I've gotten artisan hammers, but that's it. And so far, this Ogre is not really that good. It's a really bad Ogre. Extremely bad Ogre, actually. Not even 1,000 in any stat yet. Or not even close to 1,000. I lost this race even... What? How did I lose this race? I'm sorry. What are your... So apparently I found out you can see the enemy stats in this screen. How the fuck did I lose this? Yeah, I have way... Look at my stats. I have B plus B and A. She has B, B, and B plus. How the fuck did I lose this? How did I lose this match if I have much better stats than her? See what I mean? It's bullshit. I lost that match. I wasn't boxed. I have way better stats than her. How did I lose that? It makes 0 sense, really. You can't say it's my lack of skills either, because I have a lot of skills activated. And now this time I win easily. See what I mean? Completely random. I should not have wasted that clock there. And no hammer for a shop. I better see some Master Clee hammers in the shop. I better see them. Because only having one for the finale is not good. It better show up in the shop. Wow. Wow. I get 3 artisan cleats and no Master Hammer. Are you actually kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Wow, that's absurd. So there you go. Another run where I get only one golden hammer and that's it. That's my luck for Ogre. So I can't even get S. I can't even get S rank on any stat now at this point. There's no way I can get S rank. There's legit no way I can get S rank at this point. Oh yeah, I do have the event cards maxed. I did use Shakur for what was it? Was it New Year's Opera for her run, or was it? I forgot, but yeah, this is a failed run. This is absolutely a failed run. I'll be lucky to get 1,000 in any stat. The thing is, I'm not gonna get 60 stat. I'm not gonna get 60 points for this whole thing. I'm gonna get like 60, like 54, because one is 15%. It's not gonna be enough. This is bad. If I somehow reach S on either power or speed, that'd be a miracle. But seriously, only one single master pleat this entire career, and a lot of artisan ones. Yeah, see, I get 18 instead of 20. So I'm gonna get 56 instead of 60. Alright, let's just use this for now, and then I'm gonna whistle because I don't want power here. I want something good for this one. So we're gonna need a speed rainbow. No speed rainbow. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Let's try it again. I gotta get a speed rainbow. There we go. Speed rainbow. Only one though. It's pathetic. Good enough, I guess. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance I can get to 1,000. But I'm gonna need one more rainbow on speed. If I don't get the rainbow on speed for the last training, I can't get 1,000. Because right now I'm at 925 to 945, 950. I'm at 955. So the final speed train needs to give me at least 45 to get 1,000. If I don't get that, then it's over. I don't want it to be over, but I'm gonna need a really, really good, like, double rainbow on speed. Let's see if it shows up. Nope. Okay, the dream's over. Yep. So no 1,000 any stat. That's a fucking shame. That's absolutely a fucking shame. I guess I can raise power. Why not? Might as well raise that. Yeah, let's just use this. Why not? Oh, now I get power training level up. So now I get it. Alright, so my power shot's gonna be 990. So it's gonna be 990. God damn. What a horrible run. What an actually horrible run. Just only one master cleat. At least I did daily missions, thankfully, but this was an awful Ogre. Extremely awful Ogre. Yeah, look, 990 power, 955 speed, 755 stamina, 60. Yeah, this is an absolute A. low A plus. Absolute low A plus right there. I always get killer tunes just to bump the skill, like bump the rating up a bit, but it's not gonna matter. It really isn't. Yeah, I have no faith in this Ogre anyway. This is pure A plus. Yeah, not even surprised by that. Just extremely bad luck all around. It's only 200 points better than my last Ogre. Only 200 points better. So there was nothing really good about this run. Awful. Awful, awful Ogre. Is she better than the one I have here or no? Let's just see. No, this one has 3 900 stats. This one only has 1. Or it has only 2. It does raise the rating by 255, so I guess I can replace it. Yeah, let's do that. I made a 3-star blue. Did I? No, I didn't. I see 1, 2, and 2. I didn't get a 3-star with this one, actually. Let's just swap it just to raise the points, at least. Wait, Agnes? Oh, yeah, 3-star power. Well, it means power. It's not really helpful, but it's something, I guess. Alright, well, I just did the mission thing, so let's just clear that up real quick. That's the only reason why I did that career, just to do the mission. It's a shame that it was really, really bad, but it is what it is, really. Just bad luck all around. Alright, so let's do this here. Then let's do this roulette thing. I don't really need the roulette thing, but let's just do it anyway. Yeah, it's 1 bingo. It's fine. Wait, did I do all the missions for this thing? No, I just need 7 more team trials. So I guess I'll just do... How many do I have right now? So I just get rid of them. Let me just see. I have 3. Okay, I can do 3 left here. That's fine. I can just use 3 attempts to move on. So let's just do 3 attempts here. Because the thing's going to be over soon in 5 hours. So it'll be fine. I'll waste the middle person, because why not? It doesn't matter if I win or lose. I'm just going to do it just to get the mission quicker. To do 40 team trials. So I do the 3 remaining here, and then 5 more when I wake up tomorrow. And then that'll be that event mission down. Yeah, I'm not caring if I win or lose, honestly. I'm just doing this to get it over with. I'm already gonna get promoted, so it doesn't matter. I'm already getting promoted, so I have nothing to lose with the last couple of tickets I have here for this week. And then, you know, let's fight the top player, because why not? Let's fight the top player, see how this goes, just to see. I somehow won this. Okay, interesting. Yeah, 35 points, it's fine. Oh, a copy of the summer special week. Not that I'll ever get her. It's gonna take way too long to even get 1 copy. Wait, if I get, does the only copy get 20 for it to unlock her, or do I actually still need to get 200 to unlock? I actually don't know. Well, here's the thing. I would have actually switched over to doing some more to playing some Sonic CrossWorlds, but it is getting kind of late, so I might have to push that for tomorrow. I would like to do it, but I doubt there'll be people who want to watch this late, and it is midnight at my time. It's 12:07 actually. But I am wondering if I should do a multi for the new support cards. Because if anything, I'm just going to get more copies of any SRs I need. Actually, wait, hold on. I have a ticket for a 2-star Scout or higher. So why don't I just use this for the hell of it? Probably won't get anything good, but we'll just see what I get. It most likely won't be anything good, like a random 2-star. Let's just see. Are you serious? Wait a second. Who is this? Who is this? What the fuck is this? What? Kishi Akebono. Okay. That was a random thing I got for a ticket. What's her shtick? Oh, she's a sprinter. Okay, she could be my next sprinter then. Okay, that's kind of lucky. What's her thing here? I'm starting to get tired when well positioned halfway through the race. That's not bad. Meticulous measures. Yeah, okay, she's definitely a sprinter because she has sprint stuff and she's pace chaser. So yeah, she's a sprint pace chaser. Big Hans. Okay, that's kind of fortunate. I got a random 3-star from that. A giant goddess. that was a screw it ticket too. I thought I got like a 2-star or something. What are her potentials? Let me just see what those are. What's her potential skills? To see if they're worth raising or not. Perfect prep. What's this do? Prepare to make a finish line in a medium duration. Prepare to make for the finish line for a medium duration mid race. I guess that kind of helps that she gets boxed in. I think. And she gets Gourmand, just like Ogre. Okay. It's actually not bad. You know what? I'll just get to level 3 for potential. Just for perfect prep. I don't think I need Gourmand. But I can get other like stamina skills. So I'll get this for now. Okay, so here's another question. Is she viable for team trials? Because since she does have sprint capabilities, she can be my 3rd sprinter. And I can remove Taiki. I can move Taiki Shuttle and slot her to her other preferred position, which is dirt. But is Akebono viable? Because here's what I do now. I replace Taiki, move her from sprint, and put her to dirt, maybe removing Oguri. I can make a better El Condor. That she can easily be upgraded to like a A+ or even S if I'm lucky. But that'll leave an empty slot for sprint. And if Akebono is a good sprinter, then she'd be my new ace instead of King Halo. But I want to know if Akebono is good on a sprinter or if she's not that good. Because if she's good, I will do like my own personal run with her like tomorrow. There's something that made her career annoying. She either struggles early or struggles on non-sprints. Well, she has a B on mile, doesn't she? Hold on. She has a B on mile, right? Yeah, she has a B on mile. So I can like hold on. Let me just go do like a what if thing here. So Like I'm gonna use like the like this Kita-san to get her Mile to B, which is fine. So I get her Mile to B, but does she have a chance to get that medium from F to maybe B or A? Hold on, let me see. What are my medium sparks? Hold on. Let me just check my medium sparks real quick. So I get to E. Yeah, E is my highest. But when I switch the friends over, like let's say I put her on that. I change the medium to... Do I have any good Mile or medium on my friend list? Well, this 3-star Grass Wonder gets her to C, but that's not good enough. So I need to have like 3 stars on my own medium to get that to B or even A. And I don't have a 3-star medium. I have just 2 stars. Yeah, I just have 2 stars on medium everywhere. So I can't, I have to just use her on Mile and Sprint. But then again, since she's a sprinter anyway, it's not a bad idea to just put her on Mile and Sprint just to, you know, do that. At least I would think. I mean, it does mean less races, obviously. But it also means you get more time to train to get your stats to at least 300 before like the first race. So it's not a huge loss if I don't get an A rank in, or even B rank in medium. Honestly, I can just treat it like another Bakushin. I could. Because Bakushin is meant to just be Sprint and Mile. So I can treat her like that, really. I have a 3-star and long. Funny enough. Not like that would work. But is there a way to get her dirt to maybe B? Is it possible? The thing is that no one on my friends list has a Oh wait. This one gets her to B in medium. Hold on, this guest TM Opera gets her medium to B. Hold on. Oh no, they're both guests. Never mind. Never mind. That's the reason why. Never mind. You can't bring two guests in one run. I just forgot about that. Oh, that would have been so helpful though. That would have been so helpful if I could do that, but you can't do that. Yeah, the best I can do is just C rank and medium if I were to do this. But that's fine. I can just keep her on Mile and just leave her at that. And of course she wants to stay on Pace because Pace gives a lot of good skills regardless. Like Front Runner can be fine, but I'm assuming she does better in Pace. Because that gives her more chance to activate her skill. So maybe something like this could help. Or I can change Opera O to Kita-san for more endurance or for more stamina at the cost of power and... Actually, no. This could probably work the best. Yeah, this could probably work the best. But what about my own Ogre? Hold on, what does my own Ogre have? I mean, I don't give her that. Kita has affinity. Well, also, my own Opera O has affinity to Double Circle too. So I could use my own, Opera and Vodka to give her more stamina and some speed. If I bring Kita with me, then I get her stamina up by 108. I don't need that much stamina. I do need power though. Okay, what if I bring Kita-san and vodka. No, wait, no. Well, it only gives on 21 speed. I lose the power though. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't want to pump stamina, so I have to lose Kita. Like, Kita-san gives a lot of stamina. So maybe just using Opera would help for the power and that. And then I change Kita-san to one of my own characters that has like who else is good affinity with? Okay, looks like Biwa is good affinity. What about my S rank Biwa? Does that give anything good? Yeah, this one gets a balanced spread. It gets 33 speed, 33 stamina, 21 power, and 5 wit. Guts is whatever, but or I could also bring Tachyon just for the fact of U equals MA2. That could work. I could do that. Wait, what the other Tachyon I have here? Hold on. What the other Tachyon I have? This one has... No, wait. I think... oh yeah, she has Uma Stan, but then she has that as her... No, she doesn't have it as her Spark, unfortunately. That would have really helped a lot, actually. Like, this gets her... Like, this also keeps Akebono to A mile and A sprint. And it gets a more balanced spread. You get 45 speed, 21 stamina, 21 power, and 5 wit. So maybe this could work. Oh, wait. What about that, yeah, this one gives me a lot of power. This one gives 33 power at the cost of the mile being only B. But with this one, I get 51 power and the opportunity to get Yugo's MA2, which is a really good stamina skill. It won't be as efficient as just using it on Tachyon, but it's something, I guess. And I can just maybe switch this to Kita-san to get them out of A. But that also wouldn't work. Yeah, it's a lot of things to think. What if I just bring this Grass Wonder? This just gives her... I lose the mile to A. I lose the mile to B. Yeah, this is kind of... This is kind of an issue, I guess. This is kind of an issue. Because I either roll with this to... I mean, it's too much stamina, obviously. But then I have this power. Oh, you added a... Okay, let me add you then. Hold on. Let me just copy paste it. Hold on. This is the wrong place to do it. I forgot. Oh, was that the right screen actually? Oh, that was the right screen. I'm an idiot. Never mind. Did I not Control V this? Hold on. I thought I controlled V and controlled C this. Control C. Yeah, Control C. Yeah, Control V. There we go. Alright then. Let's see if this works. But the thing is, like, who do I put for my own parent? Do I still use Tachyon, or do I just put someone else that has more sparks? Oh, that gets the power to E if I use Tachyon. Funny enough. But what if I change this to my own? I could also bring... I could bring my... If I bring El Pasa, who has 42, she has a max speed spark. I have very little stamina. And... yeah, this won't work because I get a lot of speed, but I get only 5 wit. And my stamina gets tanked. I mean, this one, my own opera could be fine. I get 45 stamina. This could work. Oh, you need 0 stamina? What, does she not need stamina for sprinting? Oh, sprint need none, but not so much. Okay, so maybe I should bring that Condor then? Because my Condor has just max speed, that's it. And some wit. So maybe bringing Condor would maybe be the best thing. And I could ensure I can ensure that I get myself, you know, a possible 3 spark. I still get A on sprint and mile, which is fine. And somehow she gets B in front and B in late for some reason, but I think this could work. The bad thing is, like, the parent for Condor is bad because she has just the base Urara, that's it. And she only has just wit and dirt, that's it. Well, this sprint straight away, so that can kind of help. And I get corner recovery with this one, so maybe this could work, I guess. Yeah, this could work as the deck, or as the parents. I only have 1 3-star blue. Well, actually 2, because I only have the power. There we go. Just do all this to. Yeah, 3-star only. Oh, I have 1 in stamina. I have 1 in stamina with vodka. But I don't need stamina. I also have 1 with this Mambo. But I don't need stamina. And then there's Tachyon, who gives stamina 2, but power 33. So honestly, the best one out of all these would be vodka. Because, I mean, I get stamina. But I do get some speed. But honestly, Condor is probably the best one because Condor just gives max speed. I'm just going to tell this 3 stars like that. But then again, I think Vodka has better parent sparks. Yeah, I get Mile with Vodka. I also might get Pace Chaser straightaways and right-handed. And then corner recovery from Kita-san. And corner recovery is also always good. Any double... what do you mean by double affinities? You mean double 3-star sparks? Because I don't have any of those. Because this Tachyon has pace stuff. And straightaway acceleration and corner adept. Then home stretch haste and then... oh. Affinity top right. Oh, hold on. Oh, that. None with these, unfortunately. So that's another issue. Like, these have 3-star spark, but they don't have double affinity. So none of them get 3-star affinities. Like I'm looking through my stats actually. Does King Halo get double affinity? No, she doesn't. I mean, I could bring my TM Opera. I can get Corner Recovery and Homestretch Haste and Hydrate, which is a pace. It's a pace skill, and I'm gonna put her on pace anyway. So this could help for skill. Like my TM Opera could be good for skills. What about my S Kita-san? What does she get for? Where is that S plus Kita-san? Where is she? I get double affinity, but I get 17 stamina and 12 guts. And skills, I get mile. I can get that mile to S if I want to. Then Homestretch Haste, Hydrate, Pace Chaser Savvy, Straight Descent, and Firm Conditions and Final Push. Well, actually, no, Final Push won't help because that's a front runner thing, so that wouldn't help. Yeah, this is tough, really. I don't know what to put for my own personal parent. No, not that. And then if I know Doto gives double affinity, I just don't know which one is the better one of these. It's like 7 I have. Prepare to Pass, Corner Recovery, Pace Chaser Straightaways, and Hydrate. I mean, this one could kind of work. I mean, it's not amazing stamina, it's not amazing speed, but the skills are actually kind of nice to have with this one. What about this Toto? Is this one the same thing? Oh, no, Shoot Step, which is good. And then Corner Adept. Then Pace Chaser Straightaways, 2 stars. And then I feel like this can maybe work. Okay, I do get double affinity. And I do get good skills with this one. And her things are all 2 sparks anyway, so I think this could maybe work for the second parent. I do get stamina sparks at 3, 2 from speed, and 2 from wit. All right, yeah, I can go with this one for like the test run anyway. And as for cards, do I want to make this card be the one? Because this gets 6% race bonus, and it gets Pace Chaser stuff. But I can also switch it out to the. Wait, why is this one all different? What happened here? Oh, that's why. What I can do is I can maybe put the sprint, this sprint card. Can I get Plan X for this? This could maybe work for Akebono. I get Plan X, and I also get some other sprint skills like Meticulous Measures, which she has as part of her skill set. And then Productive Plan, Updrafters, and Gap Closer. I mean, this could be like the final card I put. Because the other cards will stay the same. Because like this is Pace Chaser. Like this one has Pace Chaser stuff, which is nice. And then Straightaway Adapt and Ramp Up. And then the friend could either be Kita-san for Professor of Curvature, or Narita Top Row for the bonuses, as well as Firm Condition Menace. Firm Course Menace. And this one has Pace Chaser stuff to Prepare to Pass, and then Preferred Position. NTR. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So initial stats are 25 speed, 18 stamina, 16 power, 20 guts, 20 wit, which is fine because that cancels out the low stuff I have for the other areas. And then I get myself the 44% bonus, I think it is. Let me see. 5, 12, 20, 28, 34. Yeah, I get 44% for race bonus, which is not bad. It still give me 20 for the final 3 races if I get the master cleat. And it's good because it's mostly pace chaser with some, some stuff like the passing pro. Maybe I can swap this one for a different card. Yeah, maybe I can swap this card for a different one. I might lose some race bonus percentage, but I might just replace it with a different SR card. Maybe my Yano Top Gun? This one has like a lot of just corner adapt and other good stuff. I do get focus with this one. I do want focus. So yeah, I can maybe bring this Yano Top Gun card just for the focus, and also Cafe has more RB. I think like 3% more, right? Cafe has, what was it, 7%? Ah, shit, where is she? Yeah, so she. Yeah, 7%. And Mayano gives 5%, but she does have focus. I could bring Bakushin, actually. Because Bakushin gets 8% race bonus. She also gets power, and she also has skills for sprint. So maybe I can bring Bakushin instead. Yeah, because like her thing is mostly sprint-based cards. And her events also give some sprint stuff. And I'll give her a hint for Gap Closer, because Akebono has that in her base kit. Okay, maybe this can work. Hold on. Yeah, maybe this can work. Maybe this could work, because my race bonus now, right here, I'll get 36 initial power, which is good. I don't get stamina, which is fine. But my race bonus would be 10, 24, so 34, 34%, then 40 and 40. So I'm at 45% with race bonus. Yeah, I know. I mean, I could summon right now for the new cards just to get SR cards. The thing is, I don't know if I should do it now. I mean, what do you think? Should I just do a multi or two just to see what SR cards I get? I have 28,000 carats. Like, I don't care if I don't get the SSR cards. I can use tickets, actually. I can do tickets instead, because there is no multi-ticket summon once you get more than 10. So I can just do singles and see what I get there. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do the singles first to just see, just get a gauge on how it is. Yeah, let's just do tickets. Let's just do tickets for the hell of it. The next one's a niche wit one. Alright, here's an SR. And it's Kurin-chan. What's her shtick? She gives a race bonus. That's already bad. Although she does have a unique perk. So I don't understand what the race, like the unique perk does. It just says friendship bonus and race bonus. But what's the percentage of that? Is it like an innate 5% or what? This is also a sprint card, funny enough. Unique RB is always 5%. So it's still 5%. But it's also a sprint card. With some initial speed. I don't know if this is a good card or not for an SR, but... Oh, I had this maxed out already. I had this card maxed out. I have that SR maxed out. Yeah, I had this maxed out already. Oh, power RB carries. And then it's only 2 SRs, 1 new one, and 1 that I had too much of. You know, hold on. Let me just yeah, I did max out that one. Okay, I was right. I thought I was thinking the wrong SR card, but I already maxed that out. The thing is, I don't want to waste my carrots on these cards because I do want to save for Doto. So I'm sure I can save more in the future, but I'll just do 1 multi. It's fine. I'll do 1 multi and then that's it. I won't do 2. I'll just do 1 multi. I think it's fair. I think it's fair. Yeah, let's do 1 multi and see what I get. Oh god, there's an SSR card right there. Let's see what it is. Don't know what that one is. I don't know how good it is. I'll check it out after this, but let's see. Let's see. What does this card do? It doesn't have race bonus, which is good. Ill? What's so ill about it? It's a late surgery card with some mild stuff in it. And it has home stretch haste, which is nice. Increase passing ability when positioned toward the back late race. And then Tether, late surgery savvy, and frenzied PhD. So she gets debuffs. But that might be. Let me find out. I don't think it is, but let's just see. Oh, I have 2 of these. Is it max LB? Oh, it is max LB. All right, so that's cool. That's another SSR. That's another SR max limit break. Ugh. Also maxed out Meiji Orion's R card. And then this one's almost maxed out. And then Zeno Rob Boy. It's only a 2. What's this to do? Initial stamina. Does this have race bonus at all or no? Oh, it has nothing. So why even level that up? Alright, so I have the Daiwa Scholar card maxed out. So I'll level this up right now. It's only 5% though for race bonus. What's her shtick here? Tactical tweak and then pace chaser stuff with some medium. Alright, well, so let me just start this one so I won't forget. I might forget like what the run starts out with. So let me just start the run. I'm not gonna continue it though. I am gonna go to sleep after this. So I'm just gonna start the career, and then when I wake up tomorrow, when the new day happens, then I can start the career, do that, and then see how it goes. So damn, no Sonic tonight, unfortunately. It's a shame I couldn't do Sonic Racing, but okay. So that'll do it for this stream. Again, do apologize for no Sonic CrossWorlds. I will make up for it for tomorrow, though. I will do some CrossWorlds. I may or may not do like a semi-UMA stream for like the first section and then jump over to CrossWorlds, but I'll think about it. I really do want to keep playing more CrossWorlds. I actually am liking that game. It's a very enjoyable racing game, which is kind of cool. And I don't care if like those streams don't get any like viewers or anything. It's still fun just to play it. But anyway, if I do a newer section before CrossWorlds, I'll just let you know how this run with Akebono goes. So anyway, hope you have a good night. I'll see you next time, or tomorrow actually, for CrossWorlds and maybe some more UMA. So take care.